This is exactly why military families love living in Southern Pines, North Carolina. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the commute time to Fort Bragg, the vibe and lifestyle of Southern Pines, North Carolina, the cost of living and housing prices, and lastly, we're going to be taking a brief look at the crime in the area. So, without wasting any more time, let's get straight to it. Southern Pines is located roughly 30 to 45 minutes away from Post, depending on traffic and which gate you're taking. What really makes Southern Pines stand out isn't the commute time, it's the lifestyle. Southern Pines really gives you that small town charm, but without it feeling like it's boring. Most of Southern Pines is walkable, friendly, and there's just this mix of Southern hospitality that just makes you feel at home. It's the kind of place where military families come for peace and quiet, but stay because their kids love the parks, spouses make friends doing yoga, and you finally find that quiet spot after all the craziness of PCSing all the time. And what's really cool about Southern Pines as well is that it's surrounded by neighboring cities that Southern Pines is kind of in the middle of all of them. I mean, you got Vass, Aberdeen, Pinehurst, Whispering Pines. Southern Pines and Pinehurst is kind of that central hub for all of those cities. In each of these neighboring cities, they have their own vibe, feel, and commute times to Post. For example, Pinehurst, it's very well known for its golf communities there. Aberdeen is kind of known for that railroad charm feel to it. Whispering Pines is very family focused. And Vass is growing fast, but it's more rural compared to all these other cities. All of them feel connected, and it's like you're getting extensions from each community, which just gives you way more flexibility when it comes to what kind of lifestyle you're looking for. Now, vibe is one thing, but once you start breaking down the schools, community events, it really does get even better. So, what is it actually like living out here, especially as a military family? Southern Pines, and really just the whole area as a whole, it's very family friendly. The parks are beautiful. The local high school, Pinecrest High, is very well rated. It was actually ranked, according to niche.com, as the #1 high school in all of Moore County. But there's always something to do, whether it's downtown events, just grabbing a quick bite, or local sports leagues. There's always something for you to do there. Plus, with all the moving that we do in the military, it's rare to find somewhere that feels this stable. Southern Pines is calm, it's clean, and it's just easy to live here. When it comes to housing, Southern Pines is really kind of in a league of its own. I mean, you can find anything from townhouses and condos to updated brick houses. There's new construction homes in the area. So you kind of get your pick depending on price. Housing prices in Southern Pines and the neighboring cities, they tend to be a little bit higher than what you would expect in Fayetteville, for example. In Fayetteville, $250,000 is the average sales price, and that can probably get you like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, roughly 1,500 square foot. However, in Southern Pines, $250,000 could probably get you a 1,000 square foot townhouse. Either that, or it's likely going to be an investment property. So yes, homes in Southern Pines do typically come with a bigger price tag. However, a lot of families tend to say that it is well worth it, because you're not only paying just for a different kind of lifestyle than what you would expect in Fayetteville, but you're also paying for better schools and you're paying for less crime. Plus, if Southern Pines is a bit out of budget, then there's all those other surrounding towns that I mentioned earlier, like Vass and Aberdeen, where housing prices can be a little bit more affordable. You just got to be willing to put up with a little bit more of a commute. Speaking of crime, according to bestplaces.net, Southern Pines' violent crime rate is about 24.8 compared to Fayetteville's 39.1. That's nearly half of what Fayetteville's crime is. Mind you, the national average for crime is 22.7. What I always tell my buyers is that if you're looking for a good balance between calm and convenience, that's what Southern Pines is. So Southern Pines is definitely a little bit more pricey than Fayetteville and Hope Mills, but it's still very doable for military families, especially when you start taking into account BAH and any spousal income. So things like groceries, gas, the everyday necessities, you're not getting that big city tax that you would expect on the back end. It's still going to be relatively comparable to most areas around there like Fayetteville. And if you're dual military or if you're coming in with some VA loan benefits that you want to take advantage of, you'd be surprised about how far you can get with that. So yes, while Southern Pines might cost a bit more upfront, it's a smart move if you're thinking about lifestyle, better schools, and just long-term comfort. Thanks for watching this video. If you're wondering what the nicer areas of Fayetteville are, consider watching this video here. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.